Welcome back everyone, and for this video I will be opening 3 boxes that I've been meaning to open for a couple weeks now. I got them either before or during while I was at Dragon Con, and it's now a week later and I'm finally going to open them. I'm really excited. This is basically the Wednesday collection that was released by Monster High, with the exception of her best friend, I think, in the show. This is based on the live action show on Netflix. I've never seen it, but I liked the look of the dolls, so I went ahead and bought them. Normally I'm not really into dolls and things like that are reminiscent of the actor that's playing them, but I think the sculpt used for the actress is close enough to the original Monster High mold that I can just ignore it. And it is, again, based on a pre-existing property that's not necessarily relying on the actress to portray, to market and all that, so I can kind of ignore it. So this top box is the fashion pack, which I really hate that it was a Mattel exclusive, Mattel Creations. So these dolls were available through 3 different retailers. Mattel Creations, obviously, the company that makes them, Walmart, as well as Amazon. I don't believe they were available through Target. So those of you who primarily shop at Target, unfortunately, you were not able to get these through them. But Walmart only carried the original, like the standard doll, which is Wednesday's doll that has a school uniform and her friend in the pink outfit. The fashion pack, which is this, was only available through Mattel Creations, which really sucks because that means you have to pay for shipping with them. And then Amazon had both of the school uniform dolls as well as a special one of her in a dress. But they did not have the fashion pack, so here it is. Normally I would not have paid for this fashion pack, but the fact that it comes with a cello, I could not resist. So this was, I believe, $25. I did get a discount on Mattel Creations because I purchased this with a doll. I purchased her uniform version together with this, and then I got the special dress version from Amazon. Overall, I did get some discounts for all of these because my brother works for Amazon, so he gets like an employee discount, and I used his account to buy it. So I'm not too sour about how much I paid for these, but I still think it's ridiculous that they essentially made it to where you couldn't really buy all of this at once unless you went through Mattel Creations, which means you were going to have to pay for that shipping cost. For those unaware, I believe it's like $6, $7, maybe $8, depending on what you buy. It's a flat fee though, so if you're only purchasing the fashion pack, you're still going to have to pay that much for it, which is so stupid. But anyway, so this, I believe, is her standard uniform doll. And this one I actually got to see in person before I could unbox this, because I did find her in Atlanta while at Dragon Con. When we stopped by Walmart, I checked the toy aisle and she was there. I'm very glad that mine does not have a common issue I was seeing on the Monster High Reddit. Some people were receiving theirs with staining or messed up streaked lipstick. So she looks fine. Very pretty. I don't really care for the uniform, the school uniform, but I still wanted to get her for her stockings and boots. I think her boots are so cool. But I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to keep her, if she's really worth, and thing as well, if she's really worth keeping for just her accessories. And, you know, if I want to go through the trouble of trying to sell her without them, I don't know how easy that's going to be. I'd obviously have to sell her for a cheaper price because she does not come with her accessories. And yeah, it's just a lot of hassle. I still have to sell off my second pair of Morticia and Wednesday Skeletor dolls. So this one I ordered from Amazon, and thankfully Amazon sent her in the original Mattel Creations box, so she came in perfect condition from what I'm seeing. Wow, she's stunning. This is really the one that I wanted. I did not care for the one with her school uniform. This one, however, was way too pretty to pass up, because you don't get regular Goth dolls anymore. Monster High is as closest that you can get, with the exception of, you know, some lines that may have one character kind of go into that fashion. But I've been waiting for just like a standard kind of gothish doll, and Wednesday fits the bill so good. She is so pretty. Then it says Wednesday, Rave'n Wednesday. So I think there's some scene in the show where she wears this dress, and that's what it's referencing. I still wish they did artwork, but I understand for this series why they didn't, since it's based on a show, an action show. So yeah, those are all three. Also, for context, she was $65, which I do think is really overpriced. I don't care how much you're paying for the license. I'm seeing Wednesday stuff everywhere, so it definitely can't be that expensive to buy the Wednesday license. Freaking H-E-B is selling Gushers gummies for Wednesday. It's one flavor, grape, and I was going to buy them, but they're $8. That is ridiculous. But that's not the only Wednesday tie-in product I've seen recently, so I know this license should not cost this much. She was $40, which still overpriced for the quality, but I understand, and I think that's fine for kind of like a pseudo collector doll. Skelector, really. She really could have been a Skelector, but obviously they've already done Wednesday, so they probably didn't go that route for that reason. This I do think is very overpriced at $25. That is so ridiculous. Now I still got this for $20, but really all that did was discount the shipping cost for me, since I had to get this from Mattel Creations. That is such a ridiculous price for a fashion pack. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start opening these. I'm going to start with the fashion pack actually, but we're going to do this top down. That way my light is not so glaring. You can kind of see the other dolls in the corner, but we're going to go with it. So I'll start with the fashion pack. The box itself does feel a little bit luxurious, but I'm not going to give Mattel points for that because that was really unnecessary. By luxurious, I just mean it kind of has this feeling of, like they paid a little extra for the texture of the box because it's in that matte, soft, velvety print style. Oh, they're blind bagged. Was that really necessary? I don't think so. Okay. So it says Nevermore Academy. That's really stupid. I don't know. It's a lot of effort for nothing. Okay, here's her shoes. They are very cool, but I'm probably not going to use them. I think the shoes that her uniform doll comes with are a lot cuter. But they tried. And I do think it fits the rest of the outfit that she comes with, which y'all will see in a minute. I will say this is a lot more than I thought, because I've only seen the sweatshirt, the cello, and her shoes, so I'm not sure what else she comes with. Here is her stockings, which are kind of in that typical athletic style, but with some drippies, which I think are cute. That's very cute and classic. I do like how it's kind of more casual wear. This seems, oh, okay, it's a little dress. Oh, that's so cute. I think I did see this actually. The fabric is not bad. It's kind of in that similar spandex material her Skelector had. It tells Velcro in the back. She's got some cuffs, white cuffs. Stitching seems pretty good. My Skelector Wednesday had an issue with the sheer top part of her top, and I actually had to get a replacement from Mattel. I was honestly surprised they had a replacement to give me, but yeah. But now I'm critical of all of their stitching wear, quality control. The print is some Monster High Skelectors and then just like a generic. I don't know really. Is that supposed to be a skull and bones? And then the inside is not lined. It's just stitched together. I think that's the cello. I'll save that for last. Oh, here we go. Okay, that long one was the bow to the cello. Really cool, but very standard. There's nothing really special about it. It just has the hoop for Wednesday to hold it. neat. And then I think this is, yeah, the jacket. She has a little Letterman, well, not Letterman, but like hoodie jacket. I do wish the hood was a different color. Obviously she wears black, but I think they could have done something with the trim just to make it stand out. Since they did all these white accents on the other stuff, I think they could have done that with this too. I do like the print on this though. It's cool. It's not embroidered or anything. It's like an iron-on patch or something like that. Or iron-on adhesive decal. So this is something I expect that might peel off if it wasn't done well in the future. But we have like a male version of the skelet because it doesn't have the bow. And then I do like these Venus flytrap motifs. Love that. And then the rest of it is constructed pretty nicely. Again, not lined, but it's got a fake zipper with, I think that's like painted on strips. But it does have a little zipper clasp sewn into the bottom. That's so cute. This is definitely something I think they could make as a real piece of clothing and sell. Same with the dress. And then the whole reason I purchased this, well, here's a cello. It's gorgeous. It's got spider webs all along the front and then a spider at the bottom, kind of crawling, or looks like it's crawling up. I used to be in orchestra, but I cannot remember the technical term for these things at the top, knobs or pegs. I'm honestly not sure, but they're in the shape of a skull. And then the back just has copyright information for Mattel and Wednesday and June. And then it comes with this piece, which is the I don't know if it was called a stand, but this basically goes at the bottom of the cello so that when you're sitting down with it in between your legs, you can hold it properly. So it's not directly sitting on the floor. But it's also textured like a rough wood. That's what it looks like to me. So overall, I love this piece. It's so cool. But that's all that you get in this fashion pack. For $25, I can see where the money was spent. It's still really pricey for a fashion pack, but the fact that you get everything but the doll, I get it. And I'm sure this piece alone was probably a lot to manufacture since it's so big. It is hollow plastic, but that's fine. I mean, that's how the instrument is in real life too. Not plastic, but hollow. I'm going to go ahead and open the standard Wednesday because I am wanting to redress her now that I've opened the fashion pack. So the box does have this, but that's pretty much it outside of the back, which just has some information on, or like a journal entry from Wednesday. I'm not going to read that though. Then it just has doll art. The inside of her box is pretty cool. And I believe if you bought her friend and you wanted to display them in box, you could have them stand side by side, and this circular glass window in the back would match up with her box. So that was pretty cool. There's also little Monster High Easter eggs in the background, like a journal, some more spider webs, a flower, her desk, her cello in the background can be seen. There's her carpet. But yeah. Okay, first thing is her stand, which I've heard is different. Oh, that's cool. It's circular this time, so it's not the standard Monster High shape. And it has the spider webbing, but it does still have the skelet at the center, although without the bow. It still has the eyelashes though, so that's interesting. Then it still clips inside, still has the standard claw. Was blanking on what to call that. They still include a lot of these, but honestly she was pretty easy to get out, and I didn't have to pull her head from that plastic blister portion. I just kind of pulled her a bit, and I was able to scooch my blade underneath and cut them her hair is intact outside of one piece that I just need to push in. Now, I will say, I really like her face sculpt. It's really pretty. I'm sure it was trying to imitate the actress, and I think they did a pretty good job considering how pretty she is. I just like her in general over the Wednesday that I received from the Sculptor set, mainly because she does look a little older, and I just like the way they did the braids a lot better, because the younger Wednesday, they had them down here. And then I just also think bangs look better on her. The bangs make her look really pretty. They are gelled to heck. And I'm just going to leave them alone. I'm not going to wash her or anything. She also has some freckles. Again, to try and probably imitate what the actress looks like. Pretty. She's got some, she does have some spiderwebs in her eyes. So that's pretty cute. And then moving down to her outfit. I'm not sure how accurate this is to the outfit in the show. I know her skirt from pictures I've seen is not the same. Because in the show it's, I'm not sure what the technical term is, but it has way more folds in this. It's like a really, really pleated skirt. I love her socks though. They come up to her knee and they have spider webs and translucency. Her shoes are so cool though. They feature the cello, and then I've heard this is a pet she has in the show. She has a scorpion as a pet. Really cool. And then just the fact of how high these platforms are and how rough these teeth look. Super cool and super punk. Love that. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping her shoes. Overall, quality-wise, I mean, she's fine. Her outfit still feels like the cheap doll material. It's nothing special. She does have belts, but from what reviews I've seen, I think once you unclip her belt and try to undo her outfit, I think the skirt, yeah, the skirt and the top are both one piece, which is kind of disappointing if you wanted to mix and match outfits. Yeah, the texture of this is reminding me of tissue paper for some reason, but yeah, just really stiff material. It was kind of difficult to remove. This is what she looks like without it, honestly. She looks really cute without it. If she had like something that wasn't so long, just a small little jacket, I think it would look a lot cuter. But I'm going to remove this. It's Velcroed on in the back, and then switch her to the fashion pack. Oh, I forgot to mention. She did receive a new hand mold, which is very rare for Monster High, so that may have been where a lot of the budget went and why she's so pricey. Her nails are painted as well. It's very hard to see, but they are painted. Not painted in a very... Well, this one's fine, but this one I think they had some trouble painting. But as you can see, she's doing the classic Addams Family hand snap. So that's pretty cool that she has that. I do think it looks a little off. It just looks a little smaller than it needs to be. And it has a lot of texture here. Like the sculptor was having some difficulty sculpting this and didn't smooth it out. Maybe it's more noticeable in person, but that's just me. Like you can really tell. It's not the smoothest sculpt. Okay, she has been redressed. The hoodie is really big, but if you adjust it when you display her, I think it works. You can make it work. The dress itself is really cute. Very slippery though, so it was a little difficult to put the jacket on, trying to hold on to her because it just kept slipping. But overall, she's really, really cute. And then, again, I kept her boots on, but you can kind of imagine what these would look like if you did put them on her, so... really cute. You could also probably mix and match and put her belt on this dress as well if you wanted to keep that kind of Nevermore motif going on. There you go. Keep that Nevermore pride. I don't know if she's prideful in the show, but but yeah, really cute. I think the only difficulty now is trying to find a chair for her. I have a few doll scale chairs that I've found over the years at like Daiso and things like that, but I'm not sure if anyone would really fit. So I'm going to have to adjust that. I'm sure though, if you put her on her stand, just sitting down. It would look weird without a seat under her, but you could probably pose her in a way that she could use the cello. Honestly, just like this, dressed up, she looks like a goth baddie, and I love it. Can't believe I said that. But she looks great, honestly. I'm just really happy to have her. And then obviously Thing. I didn't really focus on him, but this is what he looks like. They did a good job. Really cute. And I think he's supposed to be able to just clip onto her arm. The jacket makes it easy, but he's supposed to be able to clip onto her usual outfit as well, and it's a lot thinner, so I'll mess with her later. Oh, I forgot to talk about the bag. So that Wednesday did come with a bag as well, which I do appreciate. It's really cute. I've heard this is a mold reused from another doll, but I'm honestly not sure which one. I think it looks really cool. If they made one like this in real life, I would definitely buy it. But yeah, it's just really cute, and it does open. So that's pretty adorable. But now we're going to move on to Rave'n Wednesday. This is the doll that convinced me to actually buy the Raven or the Wednesday dolls, because initially I was not even going to. I again did not see the show. I liked Wednesday, but I'd already bought a Wednesday doll through the Collector, so there was really no reason for me to buy a duplicate, even though these dolls look completely different. But she was so pretty. I could not resist. And just look at her. The back of her doll, again, like the other box, just has a photo of the doll and then some thoughts about Wednesday, or thoughts that Wednesday has. So her plastic box just has the clear window for you to see her, and then her actual box backdrop has this really cool silver. It's really hard to tell because my camera keeps lowering the ISO for some reason. Well, that's a little too much. You can kind of see it in person. It's not so glaring, but it is really pretty. The silver backing, and then it has these matte filigree motifs. It's got, I think that's either a raven or a crow, some flowers, the spiderweb behind her. Yeah, my camera is struggling to try to figure this box out, but it's really pretty. I would have kept her in the box because of this backdrop if I didn't want to, you know, mess with her. Here she is. I love her hairstyle. It is so pretty. It looks a little uglier on the back. It says 2024 Mattel on the back of her head. But she has a different screening than the other Wednesday. Very similar makeup in that she has this kind of muted green eyeshadow, but her pupils are different. They have a skull and a shimmer inside the eyeball instead of the spiderwebs. The rest I think is the same though, other than the black lipstick obviously. She has the standard Monster High hand molds, so nothing special about that. Here are her earrings. Really cute. It has the normal skelet in there. I just love this braid sequence that they did. I'm very curious what happens if you let it loose. Like, what does her hair look like? And then obviously she has the bangs gelled. Wow, these are harder. These are much more gelled than the other Wednesday. Here's her belt. Her belt is really pretty. And you can unclip it in the back. Her hair, or not her hair, her dress is one piece. I'm pretty sure. It has this collar at the top and then comes down to this frill along her breast and to the back, and it curves too, really pretty. Underneath is just solid, but then when you get to the skirt, there's 3 tiers. There is not a petticoat, and it is sheer, so she is wearing, oh, it's a bodysuit, okay. Is the bodysuit one piece, or does it connect to the dress? I don't want to take off her dress. I think it's a separate piece because I see it underneath here and it doesn't look like it's sewn in. So it looks like she has kind of a spandex bodysuit underneath. Yeah, this feels like spandex. And then here's her shoes. Not sure what they're referencing, but the color is amazing. They really need to use this paint job in other dolls. It's gorgeous. It's like pearlescent shimmer and blue. I'm not sure what it is. I know one is like icicles or even quartz gems. I'm not sure what this one is though. It kind of looks like a person. But the rest just look like standard Mary Janes or ballet shoes. They're really cute. Simple but really cute. They even sculpted the skelet here on the straps. So she's simple, but she works because she's so pretty. I do wish this part wasn't so sheer. So I do wish she came with some kind of petticoat. Because even in the stock photos, it looked really awkward that you can see her, you know, underneath. I'm not sure if that was how it was in the show, but that would be the only thing that kind of breaks this doll for me. Despite that issue though, obviously I still bought her because she is gorgeous. So she's just beautiful. Really, I bought her because she was so pretty. She would definitely, I think, look really pretty next to my Vampire Heart Draculaura. I have not unboxed her though because she's just so stunning in the box. But if I ever do unbox her, they're definitely going together. So she has the Wednesday stand as well. So that's cool that they kind of go together like that. I also forgot to say her nails are also painted. And upon looking at the back of the box, she does come with a certificate of authenticity. I don't believe that Wednesday did. So they're treating this doll as an actual collector. So that's very interesting. So even though she was released through regular retailers, they consider her a collector doll. I don't know why my camera is flashing them out so much. Maybe because of all the black. But these are the two dolls. The one on the left is stunning. She was more expensive though. 65 seems kind of high even with all the intricacies of her dress. Just the fact that it's sheer. You know what? Maybe that's what the issue was, because I know sheer material is much harder to sew through or just work with in general. So the fact that they decided to use this material to make her dress, maybe that's what made it more expensive, because it takes more time to sew as neatly as they did. Because overall, I do think the factory did a great job. You know, there's no tears. These cuts look very clean. Just overall, the construction of her dress is stunning. And then obviously the intricacies of her hairstyle, that takes a long time for factories to make, regardless if she's, you know, being made in mass production. It still takes a long time, so I'm sure the price went up due to that. But I also don't think these were made in high production, so that may be why her price is so expensive, because I believe this one did sell out in Walmart and Mattel Creations. I want to say she's still available on Amazon the last time I checked, but I could be wrong. And I will obviously link all of these links in the description for y'all. If you're interested in these dolls, they may not be available, and I apologize. I took so long to post this, but you know, if they are still available, check the description. But the fact that they did sell out, they did not sell fast enough for me to think that there was limited quantities, but the fact that they did still sell out after a period of time, like a couple days, makes me think that the lot that they ordered just was not enough to bump the price down to say like $25 like a Playline doll, because these still, with the exception of the dress, do still feel obviously like Playline dolls. They're not on par with like a really high-end collector doll. And that's why the price point seems really high and exorbitant. And I agree that the price point still seems pretty high. But after getting a feel for her, I do think she's worth it. If you're a fan of Wednesday, I do think she's worth it with all of the little details in her outfit. I'm not a fan of that show because I have not seen it. But just as someone who appreciates a really pretty doll that's all in black and looks very goth, I really love her. This is kind of what I've been wanting out of doll makers recently. Monster High really scratches an itch, but we have yet to kind of get kind of a normal-ish doll line to go that punk, goth, alternative route with fashion. Rainbow High got pretty close, but even then with Shadow High, all of the skin tones were really fantastical. So to have a doll that has a normal skin tone and is just dressed very alternative, I really appreciate that, and she looks stunning. And then we move on to this Wednesday. For $40, when we compare her to the $65 one, I do think she is worth it. Again, still inflated, but she does come with accessories. Her hairstyle is really cute, even though it's more simple. Her screening is really pretty, and just overall the sculpt of the face is really pretty. Obviously, I really enjoyed her stockings and boots, but her bag is really well made as well, or really well sculpted. Like, it's a really cool piece. If you were just wanting to give a restyled doll an alternative look and you needed an accessory, her bag is really cool. And if you repainted some of these accents, like the buckle and things like that, I think that would look amazing. And the fact that it opens too is really cool. Now, yes, we have gotten dolls like this for $25, even recently with G3, but you know, again, you're kind of paying the premium for the fact that, one, it's Wednesday. This is a G1 doll that was sold at Walmart, and we're not getting that, I think, till late September when they re-release the G1 Wave 1 dolls or Wave 2 dolls, because Dracula, Claudine, and Frankie are supposed to be getting a re-release soon, and we know how well that went the last time. So the fact that you can get like a G1 style doll at a regular retailer with accessories and a stand, that's pretty nice. I still think this piece is really cheap, and I think they could have done a better job, but you know, I'm not going to use it really. This piece though is really cute, and you could definitely restyle other dolls with it. I wish it was 2 pieces, but even as a 1 piece, it's just really cute, and you could definitely restyle other dolls with it. And I think I could make it a little more pleated if I just ironed it a little bit. The fashion pack I still think is a bit overpriced, but I kind of get it, especially with this cello. It's huge, it's really pretty, and they do give you a full outfit. And even though I'm not really a fan of the shoes, overall the outfit is very cute. In total, I think I paid it at least $130 for all of this, which, when you think about it that way, is very, very overpriced. I could have paid for a really good anime figure with that money. I could have paid a bill with that money. But if you think of these dolls as like collector items, then I think it's not too bad. You do get 2 dolls plus an extra outfit and a really cool prop. So, do I think they're worth it? I try to give a definitive yes or no, but with these I'm kind of struggling because I want to say yes because I do see where all the money went, but at the same time, that's really expensive for some dolls that I know did not cost them a lot of money to make. But again, it could have been a batch issue. They just didn't order enough to make the price go down like the other reproduction dolls or even the G3 dolls. We just won't know unless they tell us, and they probably will never tell us. So I'm just going to make that assumption that they just, you know, this is a promotional item. It's not going to be sold throughout the year. They're going to sell it once and then it's never going to be restocked. So when you think about it that way, I do think the price is not as bad as it could be. Do I wish it was cheaper? Yes, but I'll live with it, and I'm really happy to have this Wednesday right here. And even her, she's really cute in her new outfit, so I'm not mad. All right, we're gonna try this. This is a plastic Daiso chair that I covered in air dry clay just to use the clay, and then it started cracking, so I never finished it because I need to remove the clay and try again. But I think it's tall enough for her. I think it's intended for dolls that are her height. So let's see. The stock image on the box itself though shows her snapping mold, so that's pretty cool. So it could just be a mold, not necessarily for the snapping, but to actually look like she's playing it. So that's pretty cool. That's like a dual use hand mold. Very nice on the designers. Are very creative. Okay. This may require, if you wanted to display her in this pose, this may require some rubber bands to keep her in this. Well, this is as good as I could get her. Her index finger, even though on the stock image of the fashion pack shows that she's using her index finger, it's much too small to actually hold this. I may try it later with her middle finger or something, but I think to display her like this, I'm probably just going to have some rubber bands to attach the pieces so they don't fall off. But overall, it does look pretty cool once you get her to actually hold that pose. It looks very natural. So really cool. And that is it for all the Wednesday dolls that I purchased. I'm not going to get her best friend, Enid, I believe is her name, because I just don't care for her or her outfit. But overall, I do especially really love this one, and I think she's cute too, so I'm happy to own them. I'm happy to add them to my collection. Whether or not you think they're worth it is up to you, but they could have been a lot worse. They could have been actual collectors, and instead they weren't. They were sold for a fraction of the price that usually us collectors are sold for, and for the most part you were able to buy them very easily through Amazon and Walmart, so I'm very happy for that. Once again, like always, I will leave links in the description to where you can get these. Again, they could already be sold out, but I think at least one of them is still available on Amazon. So just check those links out if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. I did not talk too much about the articulation, but aside from me having to kind of snap her neck to the left to make sure she could turn that way and hearing like a snap, all the articulation is standard Monster High articulation. They move very well, very smoothly. I didn't have any issues or loose joints. And after the snap, she was able to move her head with full articulation like a standard Monster High doll. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in my next video.